Hello, Phil here from Wings of Pegasus, and welcome to another analysis video. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. So, on the agenda tonight, we're going to be taking a look at an Instagram reel. So it might be a quicker video for tonight because the subject matter is, only about a minute in length or something like that. And it is a performance on a vocal coach channel, and one that I have featured in the past on the channel, and I've been asked to take a look at it. As with every video, it is a request, and somebody has sent me this over on Instagram to take a look at. So we will get it up on screen, and we're going to have a listen to it first, but also just kind of break down the context. And what I'll do is I will read through it first so you get a bit of a background without listening to it first. And here we have this: who would have ever imagined? Because of this video, Ellie will be opening up for Ed Sheeran on tour next year in Chicago and Minneapolis. Can you believe that? Ellie's biggest dream has actually come true. So don't you ever give up on your dreams, no matter how long it takes, no matter how many people and friends tell you it's not going to happen, even if sometimes you give up and start to believe that it's never going to happen, because I know how hard it can be to dream and believe in something nobody can see but you. So don't be afraid to take the next step, no matter how hard it gets. Take a dive. Congratulations, Ellie. So, and now that we've read through all of that, rather than having to read it and listen, we're now going to just have a listen to this.
I'm going to sing Dive by Ed Sheeran. What's your history? Sing it, girl! Do you have a tendency to lead some people on? 'Cause I heard you do. Oh, I could fall, I could fly here in your aeroplane, and I could live, I could die hanging on to the words you say. And I've been known to give my all and lie awake every day. Don't know how much I can take, so don't call me baby unless you mean it. I know that's right. Don't tell me you need me if you don't believe it. So let me know the truth before I dive right into you. Better say Ellie Banky.
So, okay. Now, when I see this kind of video, I mean, I see this kind of video all the time. I'm sent loads of videos like this, and I can get the pitch monitoring software up on screen. I think I was sent this because the vocal, and it hasn't been really heavily pitch corrected, but it has been pitch corrected. So you'll see this calibration to A440 kind of happening more than it should, like this, perfectly over A440. Now, the problem that I have with this is that, just somebody recording their own vocal and then editing it to try and make it sound as good as possible online, you can say, well, they're under pressure maybe personally to do that. But when we're talking about a vocal coach channel and featuring a performance that has resulted in the singer now supporting Ed Sheeran, the performance that has resulted in that is pitch corrected. So, and that's not mentioned anywhere in this whole video. And the thing that gets me, we're going to be seeing this calibration all the time, kind of here and and here. But the thing that gets me is, I think personally, as a coach, you should tell people what's going on. You should be honest and say that, okay, this particular singer is now supporting Ed Sheeran, but this particular performance has been pitch corrected. And you're saying all of these things, can you believe Ellie's biggest dream has come true? And no matter how long it takes, even if sometimes you give up and start to believe it's never going to happen, So don't be afraid to take the next step, and no matter how hard it gets, take a dive, and then in brackets, but always pitch correct your voice. That's effectively what the message is, that you're going to have to pitch correct your vocals, because singing like this, again, I think it is a coach's job to say singing like this with this pitch accuracy is impossible, because it's been calibrated to A440. And Cheryl knows that, Cheryl Porter, the vocal coach here, she knows this is impossible. But I mean, going back to the beginning of the video, and the quality is a bit different because it has been recorded on a phone. So listen to this.
Dive by Ed Sheeran.
Listen to that sound.
Dive by Ed Sheeran.
You can hear the space of the room. You can hear everything going on there. It's not a condenser mic sound. It's not a detailed sound with her voice. I'm just going to take down the backing so you can hear the vocal by itself.
Dive by Ed Sheeran. What's your history? Sing it, girl. Do you have a tendency to lead some people on? 'Cause I heard you do.
And here you can start to appreciate this more of a matte finish that we've got, this dry sound, whereas in the beginning there you can hear the room there clearly, and then we suddenly transition into now this this drier sound, that doesn't sound like it's in the same space. Now Cheryl's definitely in the same space because you heard the acoustics. I mean, this is so dry. I'm not going to say that this is a different recording, but the sound is different to when she first started singing. So I really hope that this was still the same audio from her performance and that it isn't a re-recorded vocal that's then been pitch corrected. It has been pitch corrected. So yeah, but I think you have to be open about this, because here's the thing. Singers who are learning to sing, they might have watched this reel and now they're inspired and they think, oh wow, so if I record a video on YouTube or Instagram, I might be able to support a really well-known artist, and they'll go and do it and they won't know why they're not as accurate as the singer who's been featured, because they're not tuning their voice. And that's always going to be a wall that they can never get over. It's something that they can never scale, because that height is inattainable by any human. You can't, I've said it a million times, you cannot conform vocal cords to A440 standard pitch equal temperament. You can't calibrate them to that. But that's what this vocal is. And a vocal coach should be saying this, that, okay, this particular student has got a great voice, but what you're hearing is the result of tuning. So we're not actually hearing the original vocal, the voice that was created at the time. And what would be interesting is to know whether this particular performance, if she's supporting Ed Sheeran on the strength of a pitch corrected vocal, because if that is the case, then everyone can support a huge name artist, even if you can't really hit pitches very well, because you can just pitch correct it. So again, it's not really pushing the narrative of work hard, get better, because you can achieve your dreams and your goals. It's more saying, just try to sing, but calibrate your voice. That's the most important thing, because you will have the same pitch accuracy as everyone else. So that means now everyone else is potentially going to be supporting every huge artist ever, because everyone's tuning their voice in exactly the same way. So for me, it's just the kind of dishonesty in this kind of video, that everyone's not being told actually what's going on. And as you guys will know, with that Cheryl Porter video that I did where she was pitch correcting her vocal exercises, and she knows as a coach, like, Cheryl can sing this song and look at her voice on pitch monitoring software, and she will not be doing this. And she knows she won't be doing this. And she's the coach, and she should be teaching people that doing this, being calibrated here, isn't something that you can do. And, you know, coming up here and touching the B4 to 0 cents, A440 standard pitch equal temperament, and down here being centralized over the F sharp 4, being centralized over the E4. Again, I mean, there's so many instances of this, you know, that, again, G sharp 4. So, yeah, I mean, as a teacher myself of guitar, I always think of what the equivalent would be if I was teaching a student and they said, oh, I want to learn what this guitarist is doing, and then I can see that the guitarist isn't doing it. I would have to mention that. I wouldn't just bite my tongue and go, okay, well, here we go. This is how you play it. Because the student will say, but their finger's not on that fret. And I'll say, oh, yeah, but no, ignore what we're looking at. Because yeah, I would still have to say, what we're listening to is not what's being played. And I have to say that when I'm listening to singers as well. I have to be open and honest and say what we're hearing is not their natural voice. It's their voice calibrated to A440 standard pitch equal temperament through pitch correction, or Melodyne, which is the most popular one at the moment. So this isn't a true representation of their pitch accuracy. And the reason that it has been pitch corrected, I know people will say, is because it was incorrect. They thought that it was too far away. So now how can you judge anyone's voice realistically? If you go for a vocal lesson, yeah, every exercise you go through, are you then going to pitch correct that afterwards to then see your progress? Of course you're not. But why then pitch correct this? Because it totally contradicts learning to sing and getting better at hitting pitches if you're going to make hitting pitches now something that you're programming after you've done the performance. So yeah, it's absolutely, I mean, this is absolutely crazy, and I know why I'm asked to look at this because of that coach angle. So anyway, look out for a video that I'm going to be making in the future where I do have vocal coaches, very well-known vocal coaches on YouTube, who are quite happy to send me a performance that they've done, which is totally natural without pitch correction. So I'm really looking forward to that, because there are vocal coaches that are totally honest and open about it and know what's going on with the industry, and especially with AI, how things are just getting out of control. And I think it is time to, you know, take a bit of a back step from all of this over processing of vocals and just embrace who you are and how you sound, and all of these little things about your voice that might, you know, manifest themselves in accuracy that is slightly sharp, is slightly flat, but it is still accurate, and you've got microtones in there. I think we should just embrace our voices and know that you are good enough. Your voice by itself is good enough, and don't be ashamed of it, and don't feel like just because you're watching, you know, vocals like this on pitch monitoring software, don't feel like you have to do this to be a great singer. You can be a great singer. But anyway, thank you guys for watching this video. It might be a shorter one for tonight, but yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comment section below as always. And if you did enjoy this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys at the next one. Rock!